Oh, yes, friends. We got a snowstorm yesterday. I was out here the other day and it was like 50 degrees and not a drop of snow. Look at my lilac bush. Yeah, look at here. See how much snow's on there? We probably got a good 6 inches. Yep. That's Michigan. This is our normal now. You know, they said, oh, it was going to get up to 40 degrees and melt it all. You know, not now. Oh, hey, for those of you who didn't see it, that is my new car. Not new, but, you know, new to me. But that is a Enclave, and I love it. I'm loving it. It's boot days. I got my boots on. We're going to go out here and check out these guys. See how they're doing. Hello, everyone. It's really not that cold. I mean, with all the snow we got, and it's wet, and it's only like maybe 33 degrees, but it doesn't feel that cold. It's just heavy and wet snow. Oh, look at here. I got kitty tracks. Look at. Look, kitty. That's probably Peter, the next door neighbor's cat. They go up and down there and they check out for feed. See, I had something. Was trying to dig under here again. Yeah, see all those tracks? That's the neighbor. There's a lot of stray cats around here, though. Oh, look at. You probably can't see very well. We got all kinds of guys in here. Oh, they're all hiding in here. They're not foolish. We got a few eggs under there. I shut that one day when I was out here. I thought I shut it, but it didn't shut. And of course, they went out to lunch. Look here, we'll see how this tarp is doing in here. Hopefully it's doing pretty good for them. Hi, guys! What y'all doing? Oh boy, look at all the snow. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna knock that snow off there. Let me turn you around. See? That part's snowy, and of course they've been out in that part a little bit. But they're kind of hanging out here under their little tarp. But their tarp is heavy, so what I got for it is right here on this thing. Let me undo it here. I got this big stick. Actually, it's a broom handle. We're going to go in here. Come on. Quit giving me fits. Okay. We're going to stand under here. That bucket, friends, this bucket is toast. See down in there? I don't know what the heck happened. I was really upset by that. Look, we don't want that all up there. All that snow's got to come off here. And we'll get it all off there. See? Just give it a good push. See right here. It'll go off. Look at that. We'll get it. There's the rest of it. All right. Perfect. They still got a good amount of food, but we can probably give them a little more. Their water's still good. We'll give them a little more food here. I give them oats and cracked corn and scratch and laying mash, and I mix it all together during the winter time. And that way the oats, they like the oats, and that's good to help keep them warm. So I fill this, and I think that tarp is going to work pretty good. All I have to do is take a little bit of snow off in it each time it snows, and it should hold pretty good. There, look. I got their trough filled. Their water's still good because I did that yesterday. Still fairly clean. The ducks are out. I think that might be, that's still somewhat thawed. I usually take that one in for the winter time. But look, it's doing okay. And that little tarp above here, I just got to knock the snow off it, and it usually does pretty good. Pull this up a little bit. They're good to go. And they're kind of hanging out in their coop. But that's all right. Tomorrow I'll come out when maybe a little more of the snow will melt. I'll come out and I'll throw some fresh straw in here for them to scratch around with. Because I got lots of straw for the winter. Okay. It is pretty neat out here. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see my yard. Snow everywhere. This is good snowman snow because it's heavy and wet. And I'll come out later and gather eggs. My granddaughters live over there across the street part of the time. That's their daddy's house. And my daughter lives about 20 miles away. Not too far. But everything, all this snow is so heavy. And my cousin plows, but there's not enough to plow right now. But look at the trees. Is that just not gorgeous? But I certainly can't wait for spring. Because actually, friends, I'm really living in the wrong area. And honest to God, the only reason why I'm living here in Michigan is because my entire family lives here. Otherwise, my choice would be either Arkansas or North Carolina. But it wouldn't be here in the winter. At least in the winter I'd be leaving. I'll see you inside. All right. So that was the chickens, and they're doing pretty good out there. And I'm really surprised because usually they don't lay very good in the winter. I mean, they're molting now, but even at that, I'm up to about 5 eggs every couple days now. So some of them are beyond that. They won't lay too many. They'll start laying real good in the spring again when it starts to warm up, even though I got good, cold hardy birds. I like the setup out there. It's doing really good, and I'm very pleased because that tarp above their water and their trough and their feed container it really is keeping the snow and the water and everything off that little area. And I noticed they're not hanging out so much in the snow, except where where the tarp is, where they got their straw. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to go out there and load up their coop again with another bale of straw, and then I'm going to put another bale of straw out in their run, so that way they have that room again, and they'll scratch that all around, and it'll cover up the snow, and they'll have a ball out there. But how do you like that snow out there? Wet and heavy and nasty. We were going to go into Manistee today and take our grandbaby shopping, but it's like 31 degrees outside, so it's freezing, definitely. And that wet, heavy snow would just be a big disaster on the roads. Even though they plow, The main road is fine, you know, you can drive just fine on the main road, but I would have to go, you know, the back way to grab my granddaughter or to pick her up, and none of it's plowed. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not even into driving into pickers yet, so I'm just staying home. I said, we'll have to go next week or next weekend or one day next week when everything is good. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on. I was feeling pretty awful. Let's see, last week I thought, oh my goodness. I started getting bouts of vertigo. You know, you roll over in bed and it's like, you got to hang on to something because you're going to go for a ride around your room. And it's horrible. You know, it doesn't last long, but it's just like, oh my goodness, you know, and then you're foggy for about 5 hours after that. So getting up in the morning with that vertigo was just nuts. It would just drain you for the day. So I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just telling you. So I went to my ear, nose, and throat specialist because not only that, I really thought it was something in my middle ear, like an earache without pain or something. So, because my ears, every time, no matter what side I laid on, it would fill in. My sinus in my ear would feel like it's plugged. So I went to see him, and I just love my ear, nose, and throat specialist. First thing he says to me, you know, it was, I had a textbook, I gave him the textbook definition of positional vertigo. And I'm like, well, I'm not lying. I mean, I really do have it, you know. So he checked me out, and of course he did. He said, well, I know what's wrong with you now. And I thought, okay, he's going to tell me I got an earache or an ear infection or something. He said, you got rocks floating around in your head. I love him. He's just so full of humor. I love it. Anyway, we did the Epley Maneuver. I think it's a little better than the Epley Maneuver. It comes from the Mayo Clinic. Anyway, there's a maneuver that they do, and usually it just takes one shot. You know, no, not a shot. One time, one treatment. How do I want to say that? Because it's a series of 4 different positions to move the crystals in your ear to a place where they're not going to bother you anymore. The Epley Maneuver. I think it starts with a C, though. Anyway, he did that on me just once, but it didn't last very long. He said usually it takes 20 minutes to get through the entire series of movements. And he said, I only got about a minute each time to show you how to do this. So we kind of whipped through it, maybe 10 minutes. We spent doing that. Anyway, whatever he did, it worked, because I have not had vertigo for 5 days. Nothing. I can lay on my left, I can lay on my right. Plus, he gave me the stuff called Alkalol. I don't like taking drugs, okay? I like to take things at a holistic approach. That's just who I am. Anyway, you know, you can go take Flonase and stuff like that and dry it up. But it's not like my nose was full of it. It's swollen. My sinuses were very swollen, and that was making my eyes look like I got these big dark circles and bags under my eyes, was from my sinuses. But he gave me this stuff called Alkalol. And any of you that have never heard of it, that suffer from sinus troubles, you got to go get some, because it's fabulous. I'm going to tell you what's in it. I'm going to grab it because I know there's some of you that would really appreciate this info. Okay, right here, I'm going to hold it out. It is called Alkalol, and I know you can see it, okay? Alkalol, nasal wash. It's a mucus solvent and cleanser. This stuff is like a godsend, I'm telling you. It's got purified water, menthol, eucalyptus, thymol, which I have no idea what that is, camphor, benzoin, and oils of wintergreen, spearmint, pine, and cinnamon. It works like you wouldn't believe. Absolutely changed like my life. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, friends. I was starting to lose sleep because I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this. You know, you lay down in bed, everything's good. Either I was twirling in my bed with vertigo, or my ear was suction cup to my pillow. And it was like my head was plugged up, my nose was plugged up, my ear was all plugged up, and I was bed spins. And I said, I don't know how people can drink. I'm telling you that. I don't know how somebody can drink and get tutored up to the point that they're having bed spins, because that would just make me nuts. I was losing sleep, and I thought something's got to give here. So anyway, it's fixed. I have no more vertigo. Come home, and I was tired because, boy, he gave me a workout, you know. Anyway, I've been using this. I got a little squirter. It's just like Flonase, you know, you squirt it in your nose. But I've been using this about 3 to 5 times a day, and it's doing fantastic. And the last 2 days, I kid you not, friends, I have gone to bed in the evening, and I've slept 10 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. It's like, and this morning I was sleeping so hard I woke up and I drool all over my pillow, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can finally sleep. I can finally sleep. I know it sounds bad, but that is how hard I have slept since I have gotten rid of that vertigo, and my head's all clear. Loving it. Now I'm back to normal. And it does take a lot out of you. But I feel wonderful now. Absolutely. So I got a lot of things that I got to get done. And my mom cracked up laughing at me the other day because I called her and I said, you'll never guess what I did. And she says, what the heck did you do now? And I said, I've got, 2 Christmas trees. And one is like a 4-foot tall one, and the other is a 6-foot tall one. I said, and I usually just put one or the other up. And more so, I put the 6-foot one up for my grandbabies. I told her, I says, I just couldn't decide what Christmas tree I wanted this year, so I put both of them up. What the heck? I got both trees up. I got one in my dining room, and then the little one is in my living room, sitting on my chicken table. It's a riot. She says, oh my goodness, but she didn't do anything. She's got this gorgeous nativity set that she usually puts up, and I mean, it's beautiful. And but she didn't put that up either. So I've been working on, it'd be kind of hard for me to make cookie videos because I've already done a lot of my Christmas cookie videos a couple years back. So I'm going to have to tell you guys, you know what? I'll put it in a playlist for Christmas, Christmas cookies, so you can see all the different Christmas cookies that I make and give the different recipes, because there are good videos. And all the recipes are included in it. Either I tell you or it's underneath in the description box. So, but I've been making extra candy and my Christmas crack. I absolutely love. I think I call it Christmas crack. It's made with the saltine crackers and the toffee and the chocolate. I did it this year. I put little walnuts in it. Oh my gosh, it's just fantastic. I did make some haystacks, and I did some hard chocolates that are really easy to do. And we are going to do a video though, because Tracy she's a pro at making the hardtack candy. So she said she's going to do a video. We'll do a video, and she'll show me how to do the hardtack candy. I've never made it, but I do love the cinnamon. And I found a coffee flavor, and I found a root beer flavor, along with all the other, the citrus and spearmint and all that. So that's going to be good. I love hardtack. I call it rock candy. Everybody else calls it hardtack. I just call it rock candy. Anyway, so everything's going pretty good. I did tell you Guys, oh gosh, when I did that video and I told you I was going to make my mother's potato soup, and she had a secret ingredient, and that was that Bear Creek cheddar broccoli soup. Now, she doesn't use the whole package in her potato soup, but she does use some of it to flavor it with, and it's fantastic. Oh my goodness. It's just to die for. Anyway, I had gone to Olson's and I bought that, and it was like almost $4 for a package of it. And I'm thinking, that's just nuts. That's just nuts. $4 for a package of broccoli cheddar soup. And I told you at that time, I will find out. I will figure out a way to make this, because I'm not buying it again. That's just not even feasible. Well, friends, I found it. I found a recipe for the dry mix. And it's like a copycat recipe for, you know, the Bear Creek store-bought. So, tastes just a little bit different, but it really is fantastic. So after Christmas, I'm going to do a video on that so you can all see how that's done and get the recipe for it. For those of you who want to make it up and put it in your pantry, or even try it in your potato soup. I still have to make a video on the potato soup with it, but it's absolutely fantastic. And I'll probably do that after Christmas too, because my husband will be home after Christmas and he loves that potato soup. So I'll just save it for then. But I'll do the video on, you know, the homemade broccoli cheddar soup dry mix. You guys are going to love it. So with that, I was kind of pleased about that. And the only thing that you're going to have to do, because a lot of times I won't dehydrate broccoli or cauliflower or anything, you know, along that lines. Brussels sprouts, I don't dehydrate none of that. If I want some of that dried in my pantry, I'll get the freeze dried. So I did pick some of that up. I picked up freeze dried broccoli, and I also picked up some buttermilk powder. So, and you can, for those of you who are really interested in making this, go on Amazon and look up, you know, you just go on Amazon and you search for the freeze-dried broccoli, and you search for buttermilk powder and order it. It really isn't that expensive. It's pretty reasonable. And then when I get ready to do this video, you'll have all the stuff you need, because the rest is just spices. So, and I think it's a handful of dehydrated carrots, or freeze-dried carrots, they say, but I just use my dehydrated ones because those you can dehydrate. I just don't like dehydrating broccoli because it turns black on me. No matter what I do, no matter whether I blanch it or not, it just gets funky looking, and it's not appetizing, and I don't want it in any of my stuff. Whereas the freeze-dried that I got keeps its beautiful color. So I also got some freeze-dried strawberries to put in my, I got some cornflakes, and I got freeze-dried strawberries. I'll show you. Get them up here. I got freeze-dried strawberries from my Mennonite store, and they're so good. You put them in your mouth, and they taste, oh my gosh, they taste just like strawberries. They really are wonderful. Real flavorful. But I'm going to put these, I'm going to mix them with my cornflakes for my grandkids, because that way they can get some good, you know, fruit in their cereal. And it's healthy that way. I guess you could even put it in Cheerios and, you know, whatever. But they are good. A little tart, but they're good. So I don't think I'm going to be on here much longer because I have work to do. How did you like those, before I go anyway, those Christmas gnomes? I absolutely love them. They are so darn cute. And then I saw my neighbor. She had made one, and hers is really tall. She must have used one of the really big tomato cages, where I just used the smaller ones, right? And she's got his hat goes way up off the top of his head, and then it kind of curves down. And I don't know, maybe she took a coat hanger and extended it as wide open as she could. But his hat was just darling. And then she's got one of these great big huge potatoes. It's probably them ones, the great big ones that the restaurants use to bake up a huge potato. Anyway, he's got that for his nose, and oh my gosh, are they ever cute? And he's holding the big old candy cane. I stopped right in front of her house. I had to look at that. It was just darling. Last year, I didn't see any of those around. Well, this year, a lot of people have gotten them or made them because they're cute as can be. And I saw it online. Oh gosh, probably a good 2-3 months ago. I saw, the Christmas gnomes out of pine boughs. They're cute. And they're so easy to make. Anyway, cheap to make. I think ours cost all of $3 to make, and then the fun making them. But yeah, those were cute. Those were cute. Anyway, friends, I gotta go because I got things that I have to do yet. And I'm gonna have grandbabies this week. So I'm gonna be doing a few videos. I probably won't be doing one every day, until after Christmas now, because I've been spending a lot of time getting ready for my Christmas, but I'll probably get at least 4 a week done, I'll probably just go down one video. I probably won't have anything for Friday. That way I have a nice long weekend to get my stuff put together and in order. And then, of course, after Christmas, I'll be back on track again. But for now, I'm just going to be doing 4 videos a week, Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow. You all have a wonderful day, and thanks for hanging out with me.